jumps squirrel, screeching his battle cry. Fierce woodland beast, toss an acorn to your squirrel. Oh, the deep dark forest, oh, the deep dark forest. Toss an acorn to your squirrel. Oh, the deep dark forest, at the edge of the world, in those untamed wilds, danger manifest, full of dark and fear. Squirrel, protect me, danger I can't see, high up upon the trees from where you lived. You fought off the owl, a bird that was fire, a furry friend of the forest. So let him go be, that is my story. The squirrel set me free, defeated that fowl. Give him clean water, toss an acorn to your squirrel. Oh, the deep dark forest, oh, the deep dark forest. Toss an acorn to your squirrel, a furry friend of the forest. Toss an acorn to your squirrel. Oh, the deep dark forest, oh, the deep dark forest. Toss an acorn to your squirrel, furry friend of the forest. Toss an acorn to your squirrel. Oh, the deep dark forest, oh, the deep dark forest. Toss an acorn to your squirrel, furry friend of the forest. Toss an acorn to your squirrel. Oh, the deep dark forest, oh, the deep dark forest. Toss an acorn to your squirrel, furry friend of the forest. Toss an acorn to your squirrel. Oh, the deep dark forest, oh, the deep dark forest. Toss an acorn to your squirrel, furry friend of the forest. Toss an acorn to your squirrel. Oh, the deep dark forest, oh, the deep dark forest. Toss an acorn to your squirrel, furry friend of the forest. Toss an acorn to your squirrel. 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 Toss an acorn to your on the little chipmunk, wandering along, was struck down by a fierce owl. Wind scarlet be the song, where from thee the owl flew. A little woodland creature hidden among trees, his sparkling eyes a glitter. After the chipmunk their evil long pursued, scary did he, stumbling among the tree, that owl dove ever down. Out jumps squirrel, screeching his battle cry. Fierce woodland beast.
Hello, welcome. Welcome to Loading the Shaders. There'll be no further questions on what goes on with the shaders because I couldn't possibly tell you anything about them. I just work here. If what I do is what you call work. I mostly just, vibe. Bed hours ago. I can't help you with that. $13 degrees. That's not even that bad, like. I'd be happy to sleep in 13 degrees. It's, how hot is it, James? I'm sure thinking about loading that benchmark test, though. Nope, that's my phone settings, not even my temperature app. 17 here. That's not so bad. It'll be like 16 in a couple hours. 14 overnight. Gonna hit 27 tomorrow. It's gonna be sunny all week, rain on Sunday. Maybe Blueberry Crisp and had a bite. Now want it to be morning so I can nom nom nom. I mean, have you considered a 2 a.m. Blueberry Crisp? Hello, Crump. Welcome to me trying to load the shaders for this game. The problem is that once we run the shaders, the game runs just fine. So I usually close everything except what I'm watching before bed. But just for you, the lurk remains active until sleep. I appreciate that, Crump. No, there would be no midnight. It's not midnight snacking. It's 2 a.m. snacking. It's different. It's better. See, the midnight snacking turns a Mogwai into a gremlin, right? Whereas the 2 a.m. snacking is perfectly okay. Duffy just posted a clip on Discord about which horse I love best. It looks like modded Red Dead because the horse is a giant compared to Arthur. Yeah, these are some cursed horses. It's got tiny legs and a tiny head. Oh, and it got hit by a train. One of them just has a giant head and looks like a rhinoceros. Reaction. Add reaction, view more. Horse. Not even technically crisp. I added some cream to make it saucy, and now it was too good. These horses scare me. I don't make the rules, Levy. I just go here. Wow, it really doesn't want to load this benchmark test today. Welcome to the stream where nothing's happening, guys. Like, I'm glad you guys showed up for, like, whatever this is. I mean, I guess I could just put us on just chatting until we even get this benchmark test done. Yeah, because this scene uses different microphones. I was just showing off all the stuff guys around the office. Let's add another microphone to this scene. Better, worse, the same. This one will be fine. I have like 8 microphones in OBS for different scenes. Because like they're different volumes, right? So they all serve different purposes. yeah, I'm kind of giving up on this benchmark test. It's not happening. So we're just gonna force crash the game right now. We're gonna try loading the game without doing a benchmark test and see what happens. That's my new plan. I will let you guys know when we have figured out whether or not that will work. That being said, thus far, our bitrate is staying fine around 9,000. And Twitch will allow me 10,000, so that's fine. I have lowered the number of available resolutions that you guys have. That would be the trade-off. So, like, you know, you only have 1080, 720, and 360, which I think is fine. You guys lost 480 and 180. But I can't imagine that people are watching at 480 on their phone. Because when I do turn on video on my phone, it's generally 360. You know, like, my phone doesn't have enough pixels to do all the things anyway. Alright, I'm going to switch you guys back together. Oop. Hey, look, it's still a black screen. Hello, June. Congratulations on 3rd. We're just testing video settings and such today. Thanks for paying your taxes, June. Oh, yes, guys, make sure you pay your taxes if you want your physical A coin at the end of the year. If Dovey is still down to help me make them. If not, I will have to figure something out. Maybe I'll try out acid etching. That could be a fun thing to do. That'll kill a few hours and probably burn the shit out of my hands. Arts and crafts with James. None of them are safe. How far are we on the Terror Redeem? Like, I feel like 1 million was probably overly ambitious since it's already programmed at this point. But, like, it was one of those things where, like, I didn't know how frustrating it was going to be to program. Thanks for contributing to the Tarot Redeem, Levy. Levy has contributed nearly 20% of the Tarot Redeem. And Levy probably still has 180,000 channel points. Alright, so good news. The game doesn't like that we didn't preload the shaders. The game's sure struggling with this. So we're just gonna vibe for a minute, guys. But, you know, Lumi, you're having trouble sleeping. Levy, June, how is our, well, I guess June's afternoon and Levy's evening coming along. But bitrate-wise, this is fine, which is really what we're looking for at this point, right? Because, like, on days that we plan on playing this, I can just load it, like, an hour in advance and do the shaders, like we did on Friday, when I literally loaded up, ran the benchmark test, and left. But yeah, the 1080's got 6,000 bitrate, the 1280, the 720's got 2,500, and then the 360 has 502, so that's fine. Audio looks like it's good. Yeah, nothing spiking to like 11,000 this time. Looks good to me so far as those things are going. My afternoon's going well. That's good. I can hear the game. Oops. We have game audio. But yeah, so not running that benchmark and not running the shaders thing is very strange. So I'm going to Google that while we sit here, I guess. This is going to be like that stream where we like spent like 4 hours trying to troubleshoot the benchmark thing, isn't it? Red Dead Redemption 2 is choppy if I don't run a benchmark. Fixes, you cap your frame rate, lower CPU, heavy graphics settings like crowd density and shadows. 70% off. All right, that's pretty cheap. 70% off is probably within the realm of affordable to my budget. Grand Houses of Caldaria. It is 90% off. Great Houses of Caldaria is a feudal grand strategy game focusing on family dynamics and stories. Use your family strengths to compete against rivals, rise in the ranks of Caldaria. Produce, trade, scheme, bribe, and battle to build your legacy of power. Or I could play Crusader Kings. Plus, got the digital upgrades is also 70% off. That's honestly 70% off of the whole thing is pretty good. All right, well. All right, confirmed. This is running like hot garbage without the benchmark to preload the shaders. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna blow out a candle. Clearly I struggled with that portion of my plan. Blowing out candle. 0 to 10. Do not recommend. So, what do you guys want to do while I preload shaders for this? The problem is I can cancel a benchmark test as soon as it starts. That's fine. It's just getting it to start is... because it can't preload all the shaders, right? But, you know, if we preload all the shaders, the game runs fine. It's one of those catch-22 problems, you know? There's no best answer to my mind. I'm gonna restart my computer. Alright, I will be here. Maybe not right here, but I'll be here. Graphics. Output monitor resolution, refresh rate, screen type. Yeah. Apply changes. Yes. Alright, run benchmark. Okay. So, we're going to try this again and see if it indeed wants to take like 40 minutes. But like the big one is, can I play this without hitting like randomly 12,000 bits and having it like just shit the bed? You know, that was not ideal the other day. Like, it was playable, and like you guys could tell what was going on, but it was definitely stuttering, right? Oh, corrupted hydrate? Let me go for my water. I've just been drinking beer. I need to add like an audio component to a lot of these redeems, because like, when we're just using Ghost Chat to look at things, like, I definitely have not a clue, you know? Okay, so, what are we gonna do while it does starts this benchmark test? That is, in fact, me cooing into a microphone. We played Hatful Boyfriend. We got all the endings. I have 100%ed that game. It is certainly a choice to 100% that game. I know what we're gonna do. All right, I'm gonna show you guys another game. I'm not changing the category or anything while we run this benchmark test. Bam. Wow, that is gigantic. And it did work. I love that for me. All right, we're gonna play Who Wants to Be a Slumlord. I do have the revolver chamber there spinning in OBS just so I can see when we make it to actually being able to play our game. So this is Rent Lord. It's like Balatro, but you're a slumlord. Farmland collects, receive additional 625. What properties can we buy? Houses, a forest. So we could get a farmland. We have 25, so that'd be $420, $491. We'll take a house. Oh, what's this? No need to pressure me every day. The shelter said try again next week. Can't wait that long. Look who my neighbors are as long as I don't see them. All right, Joel. Okay, so we pick people to live in our houses now. That's new. All right, and then we collect rent. You can pay your tax early to get more rewards. I sure could. Now, this guy doesn't want neighbors. We have 9,000. We can't afford another property right now. None of these plugins are worth anything. So we're just gonna collect rent. 14. Okay, each time a residential pays, we get an extra 500. And just a straight 1,200 every round. So we got 16. 16.6. So we can't quite afford that. Can't afford that. He doesn't want neighbors. 17. We're gonna collect on that. 16.1. 12. 18.2. I'm not rich, but I work harder than most. I've worked with clients for 5 countries. Right now, I need a roof. But 445 times 3 is better than 503 times 2. Okay, even numbers receive 500 per property. So if I buy that and buy that, I need to fill these both at the same time to maintain that bonus. 14, 7, 12, 8. We'll take that. I would like to buy this. 332, so that's 9. Okay. So getting another property would increase that value. But like, this is functionally just Balatro with houses, you know? 217 times 4. But also with all these other bonuses, that 4 becomes quite a bit, right? All right, and we'll pay early. This benchmark is just really thinking about it today. Warrior, a random property is... Okay. We'll take a random property gets a huge bonus. Okay, so 2 more property slots. So we got 3, 7. 12. So we can buy both of these. 419. Times 4. 272 times 4. All right, and there we go. So we increased our value from 28 to 39 by buying 2 properties there. We'll pay early. Numbers odd at 501. 20% discount on purchase price properties, most earned building type. We only have 1 type of building, so that has great value to us. 296 times 4. 513 times 2. But like, I kind of like this. I don't play a lot of it, mind you, but like, it's kind of neat, you know? For each house you own, all forests gain +1 multiplier. For each forest, all... Yeah, okay, can I buy this? So I'm looking to buy a forest at that point, right? Ideally 2 forests, to maintain my even number bonus. So I need 80,000 for my last property slot there. Okay. So buy a forest for 14.9. Okay, that'll do. So this forest is gonna have a 10 times multiplier, a 19 times multiplier. And then we buy this house, times 4. The forest has a 20 times multiplier. So this forest is worth 20,000 in rent. All right, and we need 200,000, and this forest is worth about 20 of that, so we are not worried. We're just gonna collect rent and, you know, profit, you know? I guess we could check the plugins to see if there's something better. At the start of each round, increase the rent of all houses by 250 for every house owned. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna sell that and add 250 to every house every turn, right? All right, so we just we beat this one. Hello, Mr. Lion. We're trying to load pre-render shaders for Red Dead Redemption. So we're just playing Rent Lord while we wait. It's like Balatro, but I'm a slumlord. I don't even know if I call it a slumlord, right? After each rent collection, your lowest rent property gains +1 multiplier. Yeah, okay. It's not even gambling. I just collect the rent from these guys. Oh, I guess it's always going to be the forest as my lowest rent property, isn't it? Well, no. Yeah, the forest should always be my lowest rent property because they're all going to gain 250 for every house I own. I don't know. I just work here. But how's your evening going? Are you healthy, happy, wise? No combination of thereof? +1 multiplier to all currently owned properties. All owned properties gain 1% rent. Okay, I'm not buying more properties, so we can lose that. We'll increase the value of all our properties every time we collect rent. But how's your day being, Lion? You get anything fun? You get Diamond Overwatch yet? Hey, look, it's loaded the snow area. Hey, Lion. You can see it. Here's my half a frame a second. It is the strangest thing ever. And you can see the 0.5 down at the bottom below Rent Lord. What's going on tomorrow? Thanks for paying your taxes, Lion. Thanks for joining Team Coffee. You won't be... Is your birthday tomorrow? Your 19th birthday. 20th birthday. 20th. I would probably be considered a guppy still. Yeah, 20. I had to think about it. You won't be a guppy in my heart, Lion. Never a guppy. You know why? Because a guppy isn't a dinosaur. You're a compy. Tomorrow you'll upgrade from a compy to a Deinonychus. In 2 hours, you will be a Deinonychus. Here you go, Lion. 0.48 frames per second. Is it everything you dreamed it would be? Now, here's the thing, though. If I do it again, it's not all bad. So it's a preloading shaders kind of problem. Like, it immediately starts loading stuff the second time I do it. Which leads me to believe it's the same problem that, like, Marvel Rivals has, where it has to preload shaders. Except this doesn't have an option to just do it on launch, you know? But it spends a lot less time with just a spinning gun shaver thinking about it. Oh, there's the spinning gun chamber. In any case, we'll finish this round of Rent Lord while it figures its life out. But in my experience, like, the second time I do it, like, you know, it runs just fine. There you go, it's already running. See, like, it makes no sense that it does it at half a frame a second and then 80 if it's not a shaders issue, right? it is kind of like gambling. It's just, it's real estate cilantro. I like it though. You know, it's not so bad, right? But yeah, welcome to Red Dead at like, you know, 80 frames a second or whatever. But like, because it loads at half a frame a second and then 80, it's just like it's a, you know, it's got to load something, you know, for what that's worth. But, you know, the big one we're looking at is bitrate issue, because it was spiking up to 12,000 the other day. So the other night, when we were trying this, you know, we had unstable events and stuff all over the place, and it was very confusing. We're gonna probably knock out a quest or two and work on getting gold. Because, so, the challenge being, against Levy, that we're racing to get $100,000 in camp funds. But, as always, I give myself an additional challenge. Because Levy claims I'm better at video games. So the additional challenge I made for this one is, every gun I own at the end of the challenge has to be painted gold. I don't know if that's explicitly true, Lev. Certain games, maybe. But, you know, like, as we can see, you know, this renders just fine. I don't know how it is for you guys on stream. How's the video on stream? I guess would be my next question. Yeah, right. If I'm rich, I may as well paint my gun gold. It's a little choppy. Okay. So that would be a OBS capturing kind of issue then. So, let me try something here. But, like, it's running fine for me. I see it being choppy in OBS. So... Okay, OBS is not responding, so OBS is going to be the problem with this one. Task Manager, what's going on here? 64, 65. But we're not peaking on any of those right now. All right, we got ads in 2 minutes. Okay, yeah, OBS is stuttering here in its entirety, so... Yeah, OBS is struggling to even open, like, the you want to edit this category thing. So it would be an OBS issue at that point. Okay, can I have the task manager, please? One task manager, please. Chat. Okay, yeah, we're struggling here with OBS. OBS, please determine whether or not you'd like to crash. That would be our first thing here. Okay, so it'll let me shift the camera around. Okay, so we can spin the camera in whatever it's accepting us are going to do with it. Yeah, well, good news, the bitrate is fine. Bad news, everything else is horrible. This is certainly something, guys. Okay, OBS, would you like to not be the problem? Yeah, no, like, it was giving me a not responding message while I was trying to look at our game source and everything, right? So it's still choppy on OBS for me. So, not responding again already. So it doesn't like something that we're doing here. Okay, so the settings screen is fine. For what that seems to be worth. Windowed borderless, VSync. VSync on, maybe? can't imagine that would affect OBS capturing it. Okay, I don't have a internet window. I only have OBS, and OBS looks like it's capturing it at like 10 frames a second. Can anyone confirm whether or not that is in fact, truth fact? Welcome back, June. We are struggling here. OBS keeps saying that it's not responding anytime I try and do something, which is an interesting predicament. Because I can't even change our capture source or anything with that. Okay, so these seem to work in real time. So these don't seem to be the issue. And if I am using OBS here, you know, like, if I use OBS when I'm on these menus, everything runs fine. It's when we're actually playing the game that is choosing to be the problem now. Okay, that's not great, but that's marginally better. So why for would OBS not want to capture this properly? So we've solved the bitrate issue, and now we've got a new issue. Yeah, so that's not great either. So, dear Google, do you have an answer for me? We're going to Dr. Google for this one, because I am very much confused. No, it's taking a while to load up Google, too, so it might be a computer kind of problem. OBS capturing game at low FPS. Yeah, run as administrator, to give it access to system resources. I mean, that could be it, I guess, but... You know. It seems like a very strange problem to have specifically there. Because, like, so far as things go, we're not exceeding 60 in any of these. Yet the computer's struggle busing, right? And, you know, it's a good thing that we're just troubleshooting today, right? So, like, it doesn't really matter. But, like, it's definitely a little strange, you know? So, yeah, 57% CPU, 63% memory. So, why for does OBS have this issue, right? And it's specifically, like, as demonstrated, like, this part is fine, you know? So... You know? Okay, I'm gonna crash OBS so I can run it as administrator. I'll be back in, like, a minute. So that, yeah, 29% CPU, 44 memory. The graphics card shouldn't be struggling with this. So, yeah, we're using what, 65% of our memory. Um, disk. %35 GPU, 49 degrees. Yeah, I truly couldn't tell you why OBS is really thinking about this today. I mean, that's marginally better. Alright, so I'm gonna try one other thing, I guess. Welcome to not capturing a game. So add source, game capture, specific window, Red Dead Redemption. Transform, edit transform. I mean, the positioning of it doesn't really matter if it's not going to work, but, you know. Okay. So we have created a new window capture for it. A purpose-built window capture. Hello, Art. Welcome to our troubleshooting stream, where we try and figure out what's going on. Okay, that's not great. So let me see. But, like, it's really struggling with, doing what it's supposed to be doing and having a proper frame rate for the game. But, like, when we pause the game, everything's fine, right? And the gameplay is fine. It's just streaming poorly, you know? Okay, so our bitrate is up at 88. It is unstable. Huh. Yeah, no, yeah, bitrate says it's unstable, up at 88. So I wonder... I mean, but it's choppy in OBS, too. Okay, so OBS says 9100 kilobits. Which is lower than the 10K. But how's your evening going, Art? I hope you're well. We're just out here struggle bossing. Yeah, very choppy in the preview there. Someone's shooting something again. Okay, so... I mean, fair. We're just trying to troubleshoot this so we can actually stream it, right? So... I mean, it says it's unstable. Average stream bitrate too high. Earlier it said it was fine. So, welcome to troubleshooting with James, where the things don't make sense. So 6,000, 7 8. So it was fine at 8.6 kilobits a second. But it's not like in 92. And it's doing a really bad job of capturing the game, which is also not great. So, I guess the only other thing that I do want to try is if I do this. And, say, something like that. Good enough, right? So it might just be an OBS issue in general. Because, this is... It's capturing at like 10 frames a second or so, right? This is not great, even a little. By any stretch of imagination. So, here's what we're going to do, guys. I am going to end stream. I'm going to restart the whole computer. I will run the benchmark, and then I'll be back, and we can play for like an hour or whatever. But I'm gonna just, that's my best idea of what we're gonna do. I have no better plan, thoughts, hopes, and dream for you guys. So, I'll see you in a bit if you're around, and if you're not, thanks for showing up to me trying to test stuff.